Howdy, bud.
No. You hear me? Okay, I have no idea what that was.
I was testing my sound because I wasn't getting any at first.
Are you getting sound now?
I was able to reply to you. I'm certainly getting sound.
Okay.
I use the soundboard when I'm not getting audio directly to see if it's my end or your end.
Ah.
That way, it gives it usually. That's why you'll hear the Marcus what the fuck and shit every once in a while. It's me testing my audio levels.
Ah, okay.
That's also why I have the soundboard partially set up, is so that I always have something to play if I'm testing Discord before people show up to make sure it is connected.
Oh. Yeah,
Because oftentimes it'll be a case of I'm the first person in call and I'm the only one streaming, so I have to test it, and everyone else is just kind of lackadaisical about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like let me have something set up so I don't have to bug people to be there like 5-10 minutes beforehand while I'm setting things up.
That makes dollars.
Right. I wish it made more dollars.
All right. I'm got the game loading up right now. I will be right back. I need to get myself a beverage.
Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna be sitting here eating mac and cheese for the first like 5 minutes. Hot. Still very hot. Let me try that. Okay, so that was just a weirdly produced version. Got it.
Produced version of what?
A Lamb of God album that was like only partly balanced to one side, and I'm like, my ears, everything's sideways. I'm not sure how much that would bother you, but as someone whose audio drive is deeply tied to their autism, that made me very uncomfortable and made me think my headphones were breaking.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of issues with stereoscopic sound.
Like, I enjoy it to some extent when it's done right.
Yeah,
But if it's fucked up like it just was,
God, what was I listening to? What was it? I was listening to something where there's a part of the song where, like, all of the instrumental goes right channel and the vocals are the only thing in left channel.
Oh, if it's an artistic choice, I have a little bit less trouble with it because I can understand what they're trying to do.
The thing is like, so the entire song is a neutral mix until the bridge. And then the bridge shifts to this split audio with all of the music in one ear and the lyrics in the other. And then it goes back, and that bridge gives me a headache.
Oh.
It's
See, like I love songs that allow music that allow sounds to pan across your headphones.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But if it is just kind of ham-fisted like that, yeah, I agree. It's not something I'm here for.
And the first, one of the first, not the first, but one of the first live concerts that I went to, they had a microphone array set up on the stage.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the lead, I can't remember what band it was. The reason that they did is because the lead guitarist for the headlining band plays an acoustic guitar, and he doesn't use pickups.
So different effects for different microphones through it.
And so no, it's just so that they had it set up with.
So he can move.
So he could move.
Okay.
But also they had it set up so that when he was on the left side of the stage, his guitar only came out of the left speaker stack.
That's kind of wild.
And when he was on the right side of the stage, his guitar only came out of the right speaker stack.
It's kind of sick.
That was totally sick. I was like, which is why I'm so mad at myself that I can't even remember the name of the band right now, much less the guitarist, because like he insisted on this, and it's really hard. They don't have dedicated roadies because they're not a big band. They're also, I don't know, they probably haven't been active in the last decade, but it's been hard for them to find gigs because there's a lot of places that can't do their setup.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Discord hiccuped. I don't know if you noticed.
I heard
I couldn't hear you at all.
I heard you disconnect and reconnect, and now I have to figure out why those sounds are playing because I thought I had them turned off.
Paranoid about it.
No, it hiccuped again.
God damn it.
I heard
it's
noid about
yo-yoing.
it.
I'm gonna be paranoid about this shit if it's gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna do a full disconnect and reconnect. I'm gonna restart Discord actually.
Okay.
All right. Well, I know it's got to be on Discord's side if it happens again, because everything else has stayed connected this whole time. Testing.
I had my microphone muted.
Oh, okay. Fucking playing games with my head here.
I heard you. You said
Okay.
if it happens again, it's completely on Discord's side because everything else stayed connected.
Like my stream didn't hiccup. The game didn't give me any problems. My connections are good.
I'm initiating the shared chat this time.
Yeah, I just haven't hit the button to join the call.
No, I literally just did it.
No, I didn't even have it set up yet. That's why I'm saying, like, I hadn't even joined. I had the window open, but I hadn't accepted the call yet.
Look at me, learning how to be a
Learning the
professional
buttons
streamer.
to press. The magic buttons that do things. Oh god, there's a piece of UI I haven't seen in a minute. I forgot that fucking Twitch tracks your top donators. So when I got the $5 donation last night, now I've got his name scrolling across the top of my feed.
Oh, someone gave you a $5 last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
I dropped a bit of mac and cheese. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
One shell escaped.
Unacceptable.
I agree, but now it's going to be furry.
Is my... Oh, that's what's missing from my... My little bouncy ball. There I am.
Yeah. There we go. I return. Sorry about that.
I have
I wasn't gonna leave cheesy shells on the floor for an entire stream.
I have a another artist. I have a new artist contracted to make some assets for my stream. And I'm
Excellent.
And based on the rates that she normally charges, I'm way overpaying her. I'm trying to motivate her to do this commission a little bit faster than she does her normal comms, and this should be
Fair.
easier for her because, according to her, she has an easier time drawing this particular style than she does the furry stuff that most people come to her for.
Mm.
And that's what she's currently known for, is one of the favorite artists in the furry community.
Oh, fair.
And she's not a
Alright,
furry. She's just a very accepting person.
Fair. I'm taking us to the table.
Okay.
I'm still munching on my mac and cheese, so continue to tell me things. But I needed a little bit to eat.
So, this is a young lady that I've known her entire life. Or most of it anyway. Because I'm friends with her dad.
Fair.
But she's an adult now. And she came to visit the when was that? Dang. Last week before, she was here in town for MegaCon Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Where her dad is a presenter.
Okay.
Presenter's not the term. He's a vendor.
Oh, vendor. I was thinking host.
No, he's a vendor. He's owns a charity comic company called Heroes for Causes.
I've actually heard of them. That's really cool.
Yeah. And so they got MegaCon donated them a booth this year. But it was
that's sick.
But it was off the main floor.
That's still huge.
Yeah. So he was asking friends and family, like, hey, who wants to come to the con? I can get you into the con for free. You can walk around the convention floor for a few hours, but what I really need is someone that can spend... He's like, if I get I can bring up to 3 people, and if I get 3 people, then you all only need to spend a third of the day, like, working for me.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, Dad, I'll come visit and hang out, and we can go to you can take me to the con. So it was her. So he has 3 children from 3 different moms.
Okay, he's been busy.
Yeah. And his youngest is not an adult now. But also he's never met his youngest. And like, normally I'm all about encouraging dads to do anything that they can to at least help to support the child. But when the mother has, for no legitimate reason, actively kept you away from your kid, then you have no legal responsibilities in my book. And
I can understand that argument.
And so when the kid was like 6 years old, and my friend Drake had never even laid eyes on his youngest son, I found him a lawyer that was willing to go pro bono to help him not have to pay child support for that kid.
Hell yeah.
Especially since he had been unemployed due to disability for so long that the state took his driver's license away for the arrears of child support that he owes on the 2 children who were actually in the lives of.
Yeah, the system's fundamentally broken.
Like, yeah, in a completely car-dependent society, how is a dad supposed to work to support his kids if he can't drive his car?
Yeah. But, that's not the government's problem.
Mm-hmm. Except it's the government's fault that we're in a car-dependent society, and also the government who took the driver's license away, and the government who determined
Yep.
how much child support he owes.
Yep. I'm aware of all the factors that actually make it the government's fucking responsibility.
So
But
anyway,
the government seems to try its hardest to be ignorant of them.
the two kids that he knows, they're named after dragons.
Okay. Fair enough.
And this daughter has wholly embraced her given name for her social media profile, which is Saphira, which is one of the dragons from the Aragon series, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll say it sounded familiar. I'm only like tangentially familiar with the series, but that sounded familiar.
She got some people in trouble at the con though.
Uh-oh.
So when his son was out there, directing people, so the job is to be relatively close to the location where his table was, to attract people and direct them into that side chamber so they could check out the table.
Fair enough.
The son brought in like 50 people total.
Mm-hmm.
Saphira brought in 312, all men.
Oh wow.
All now she's just 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the definition of barely legal. And hot enough to get me in trouble. So, what was it? He invited me to go to go on Sunday because the third person wasn't available on Sunday, and I was like, who else am I going to be there with? And he was like, my son and Saphira, and I was like, I'm gonna pass. And he's like, why is that? And I was like, I don't think I could spend the entire day with your daughter without hitting on her, and then you'll kill me. And he was like, oh, I don't have to kill you. She'll kill you. And I was like, I don't know. I've been following your daughter on social media. She's pretty straight. And straight women tend to like me. Younger straight women tend to like me. Because I'm nice to them. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe not come to MegaCon with me on Sunday.
Alright, let me put my bowl up, refill my drink, and we'll be getting going.
Alright.
Ready, let me flip screens here.
Yep.
Over to the game. And launch it. I say launch it, I more just mean open the actual game itself instead of the main menu.
Mm.
Yeah, I left off in front of the house. Because you had to take off early.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to run back to the house, and I forgot if I made it all the way there, if I tapped out early. Alrighty. What the fuck was I doing? Let me check my inventory for clues. Oh, actually clues this time. What a miracle. Right, I had gone on a quest to get new clothing, right?
Ooh, excuse me. So, anyway, I asked Saphira to do some art for me, and she agreed. I gave her some reference images because she's too young to know anything about Reboot, and was like, "So here's what I want." Oh wow, my stream bitrate just tanked.
Well, what'd you do to her?
I don't know. It's a middle. It's a mid. It's a. I don't remember how to explain this. It's not my end. It might not be their end. It's definitely something in the middle because OBS says... Oh, nope. Now OBS says it's putting out 0. Attempting to reconnect.
Uh-oh. Not the tankage.
Well, for when I first noticed, the little bitrate gauge on Twitch was in the red. And OBS said it was still putting out like 10K per second.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
And attempting to reconnect it. This is taking way too long to reconnect. How do I tell Twitch to switch servers?
You would have to stop your stream and go into your settings on OBS.
Ah. Okay, well, let's see. Is YouTube still... Is YouTube still live?
That is a good question.
Let's move around and see if the stream updates. Okay, that's weird. My multi-stream is still working.
So, let me see here. I'm looking at my settings to see if I can find the setting for you where it was, so that you don't have to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can't do it while you're live on OBS at all. It locks the menu.
Uh-huh.
But if you go to your settings, general settings on Twitch, click the stream tab, and then go to your service, and it says you just pick Twitch out of it, then destination will be mine set to Miami, and it's fine, but check that for yourself.
Okay, let me refresh some things because it reconnected on. Well, OBS says it's reconnected and that it's good.
Well, that's a start.
But that doesn't mean that Twitch is gonna agree.
No, but all you can do is test that one. At least at the start.
Nope. Okay. No, I'm live and excellent, and my bitrate meter is flatlined in green.
So you had a hiccup. That's all.
Okay.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I may have to... Where's this thing? Ooh, excuse me. Start. I need to restart shared chat. There we go.
There it is.
All right. I'm learning things.
You're doing stuff.
I feel special. and not.
I mean, it's rare for you to have tech issues on this level.
I feel special, and not just in the autistic way.
It is genuinely a little rare for you to have issues on this level, so...
Yeah.
Usually it's me having the functional problems.
Okay. I think right now I need to clear out some of this inventory, and I think I'm gonna start by just making a very large bulk run of probably iron sheets.
Fair.
'Cause I don't know. Maybe bars. If I can gain
figure out what you're
experience
making with
on
them.
Bars. Let's stow this rock.
My statement would be figure out what you're making with them first. Because you don't want to just have a bunch of useless raw materials.
Oh, and I need to take a look at the new map interface, which is cluttered AF.
Yeah, I haven't updated that yet. Ha! But if you zoom in, it's a little bit better.
Yeah. So they moved the toggles for what shows up on the map.
Yeah, to the right.
To a place that makes sense instead of being hidden inside of a menu. Let's see.
Oh, wow, they have a fucking key for the biomes. I can actually learn about the biomes without it just being loosely explained by someone who's played.
Yes, this is... This used to be written on the map. The biome key used to be just written on the map, but it was just a symbol. It was just like a sample of what the area looks like the little boxes here. And then it would tell you... it would show basically a number of skulls next to it for how difficult you should expect the enemies in that area to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With corrupted plains and cursed rocklands being the worst.
Sounds about right.
So we have... So they're categorized as blessed, untamed, haunted... Categories, yes, categories. And, let's see... So blessed, untamed, haunted, corrupted, and enchanted. Ancient, colossal forest of towering trees and vivid growth, as if the divine's work were once refined by unseen hands. Yet the hush is uneasy, and faint spirits wander, a grandeur left subtly unattended. Subtly untended. Okay. Oh, that's the place with the big trees. That's the very dangerous area with the big trees and the high level
yeah, the weird
undead.
archstone looking trees.
Yeah. Eerie Pines. That's my least favorite biome other than corrupted plains. Hey, Drew. Breathe.
Why do you think I'm coughing? I'm trying.
Okay. Alright, can I... No.
It is indeed Pax Dei, Toshi. Sorry, I just noticed that you didn't plug
Hey, Toshi! Welcome! Alright, so we're gonna make, no, we're gonna make just a bunch of iron wire.
Don't worry, I'm just making a shitload of blueberry syrup. And then I'm gonna go out and fucking forage for more berries. Because this is getting my cooking skill up so fast.
Uh-huh.
Syrup is super efficient at this point. Because the failures still reward at least a quarter of the experience.
Nice. I'm tempted to do arrowheads, even though they're very difficult, since they upped the failure XP.
I mean, it's worth trying.
But...
And you have the most tries.
Let me see. Hold on. It's 5. Well, no, I'll get fewer tries.
It's going to be efficient enough for you.
It's... The wire is 5 ingots per... And, I mean, it's 5 ingots per 10, but it's 5 ingots per craft. The arrowheads are 10. So the wire is a more... should be, in theory, more XP per resource.
Fair.
Tasty, tasty failure.
Tasty, tasty failure indeed. I need to go up to get to the fountain. Oh. I queued up the well to get a bunch of water. It just finished. Or it's working on the last one now. It's fine, I'll let it finish that. It's only 20 seconds. Oh, I got strawberry syrup recipe. I'm gonna make all kinds of syrup.
Alright, I'm gonna see what this wire stacks to, and then it's probably gonna be 200.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna see what it stacks to. Maybe make 2 stacks. Maybe a stack and a half. And then I'm gonna switch to the
Also, super convenient minor thing.
Huh.
They let you do a full set on the well by just 2 button presses.
Nice.
You can just fill in the whole set now.
Yeah, I had read that there were a bunch of quality of life improvements for the...
That is the one that I like the most so far. Got your eyes dilated today, now you look like a cokehead on a bender? Fair enough. That's pretty much how everyone looks when they get dilated.
Whoa, it stacks above 250.
Whoa. For what, the arrowheads?
No, the iron wire.
Oh, with a wire.
I'm at 270.
That's impressive. If it goes to 500, I'll be shocked.
Now I'm just going to keep it going just because I want to see where it stops.
Yeah. I don't fucking blame you.
I like to learn these things organically instead of just looking up how much an item stacks to. Alright, we're at 3 hundo.
Fantabulous.
And it's still going. It's still stacking.
I can believe it. I'm already hypersensitive to light some days, so I can only imagine how much worse it is. I haven't been dilated in over a year.
It's one of my least favorite things, and it, like, wrenched my little dad heart when my son had to have his eyes dilated.
Yeah.
Because it's so painful. Have to sit there and like I promised I was the moment that I first held my son, I promised I would never lie to him. And so like the doctor was like the optometrist was like we're going to put these special drops in your eyes and they're going to be a little uncomfortable, and I was like, and my son looks at me and he goes, "Have you done this before, Daddy?" I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "Is it only a little uncomfortable?" And I was like, "Nope." And he goes, "Doesn't hurt at all?" And I was like, "No, it feels like your eyes are on fire." And he was like, "I don't want to do this." And I was like, "You have to do it. We have to do this. The doctor needs to be able to see inside your eyes. Tiny knives are invading my eyes." Yeah, that's
about right.
We're at 460.
And still stacking?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Alright, we're at 480. Do we want to bet on if it's going to go higher than 500?
I don't gamble, so you have fun.
Alright, it's at 500 now. And new stack. Okay.
So 500 was the max.
Yep. Alright, so I'm going to stop it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to invest that much more iron in wire at this moment. I'm going to make bars, even though they are less XP, because I can then turn those into iron nails, which are way more useful.
Yeah, I can wear my weapons on my back now.
Oh, that's nice. Does that happen automatically, or...?
When you unequip. I don't know if it does it for stabs. I just know that bows and melee weapons got sheathing options.
Well, I mean, let's see.
Because a staff is a fucking staff. It might... Oh, no, it goes.
It goes through the cloak, though.
I mean, my fucking breastplate cloak comes through my cloak. It looks like I have metal nipples.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I'm assuming.
Alright, I am off to find berries.
Okay. Have fun.
I'm going to do nothing.
Especially since
I
that's
forgot they spawned right here.
So much easier than they used to be.
Yeah, no, they spawn literally right by the house now.
Oh, cool. Is that, do we still have that upstairs neighbor?
Yes. Unfortunately, this cunt is still here.
We have to be kind of nice to them because they are guildy.
And we could also communicate that they could move their property to the other hill.
Yeah.
That's right here next to it. I mean, I'm nice enough because I don't actually talk to anybody. And it's not like anyone from Clan except for, like, Stormy watches a stream for me, so...
Yeah.
It's like I appreciate the clan for allowing me to be the neutral party that I am within it. I try to contribute with materials.
Yeah, I kind of well, I like that they I'm a little upset that they took it away, but I'm cool that they brought it back in a form. Because so the thing I'm talking about is that it used to be you every item in the game is player made, and it would say on the item description who made it. And then they took that away in like verse 2. And I was like, oh, great. Well, one of my favorite features was being able to just litter the world with items that were like made by Guardian.
Makes sense.
And then they brought it back in a form, and that form is that when you hit maximum skill in a craft, you have a chance of making a master crafted item that is a higher quality, and those say on them who made it.
I remember you telling me about the Mastercraft stuff coming.
Yeah. Yay, I made all 60 of the iron bars I could have possibly made.
Okay.
And then I
fleshed out my inventory with the same way we do with the copper and tin, where you just put one in each slot. It's half blueberry and half raspberry. I can't pick up anything else, and if that means I'm wasting boar hides, oh well. They keep... I'm just clearing out space around me because I know they're going to come to me anyways. There is a slightly noticeable difference in damage between the iron maul and the bronze one. I'm taking down the boars in like 1 or 2 less hits. Also, they really upped the light quality, the light mapping quality, at least for the God Rays. I still kind of get the EDM forest vibes.
I didn't even think to pay attention. So normally when I'm just standing here at the forge, the like smoke effect and the lighting pushes my frame rate to like the high 20s, and I'm sitting here at like 45 to 50.
Nice. Yeah, I know they enacted a bunch of like graphical updates and overhauls with the engine itself. So I was reading a bunch of the patch notes as they happened. It's just 3 whole patches of blueberries in the same area. That's fucking phenomenal for me. You know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna use the grace I never use and do gathering.
Yeah.
So most I've used it for is teleporting, to be very honest.
This is one of those things where I would say that it's worth the expenditure, because it's not like there's a gathering skill. There's no skill for just picking things up off the ground.
No, yeah, you're just gathering resource.
But for mining and wood cutting, I feel like it's a waste of grace, because you're making it take longer for you to level, because getting more wood per tree doesn't increase the experience yield per tree.
No, it's the actions.
Right, and you're filling up your inventory faster, which means more trips back to unload, or more time spent dropping stuff, or just wasting the wood.
Yeah. Unless you have someone collecting your stuff for you.
Hey, new light sources. Candle on dish.
Oh,
Triple
nice.
candle stand. Metal
so
candle
you
stand.
Should make a trek through the valley towards the, what's the fucking term for it? The, quarry because you remember how we used to get frame dips?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting them anymore.
Well, the real test is going to be walking through that. For me, is walking through the house.
Fair.
Let me. Okay. Where's the that's the box underneath where I store the metal.
The sneaky fuckers put clay and wood underneath the blueberry bushes trying to get me to grab extra shit, but because I pre-prepped my inventory, it's like,
Mm-hmm. Smart.
I have 3 full stacks, damn near, of blueberries already, and I've just found another patch of raspberries. I also have a new builder out in the Vale. There's a new house out on the border by the back wall of our valley.
Oh.
It's a quaint little place. Nothing extravagant yet. But they seem to have made themselves cozy, and that's all that matters. As I've always said, if you don't fuck with the spawns, I don't care where you move in. And the most they fucked with is a few clay spawns, as far as I can tell.
Alright, let's see. Let's go run through the house real quick. Solid 30.
So yeah, the house was running nice and smooth for me.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's averaging 35 FPS, a couple dips down to like 25. That's the best this game has ever performed for me.
I'm not getting any like major frame hitches as I'm running through the valley, so that speaks a world to me already. Wipe out 4 boars all at once. There were 2 sets of boars spawned in the same area, and they all came at me at the same time, and I whirlwinded them all.
Come at me, bro.
You fools, I have powers which you could never understand.
Okay.
I can press the F key.
At the end of the lake where this other storehouse is...
I was going to say the biome change, or the one closer to the rest of the clan.
The end of the lake where Mandemic's place used to be. So towards...
I would not say laptop friendly, Toshi. I'd say it's less beefy, but it is not laptop friendly by any measure.
Somebody's home. Anyway, whoever took over where Mandemic was, they're home right now. But going through that area, my frame rate has dropped to 11 and is staying there.
Fair. I mean, that is probably the most intensive area.
In the woods, my computer is hating the woods right now.
Yeah, you are chugging way worse than I am, and you're right near me.
So, let's see what I can do.
So that's more you, because...
That's definitely me.
I'm not far from you, and I see you.
Alright, let's...
And I'm running fine, and my rig is not as beefy as yours is in a lot of aspects.
Let's start by switching to full screen instead of borderless window, because GPUs are better optimized for full screen. And let's see how much of a difference that makes. Will it even let me close the menu?
Will it?
Yeah. It just took a minute. Alright, so just switching from borderless to full screen and now I'm at like high 30s.
I mean, that helps you. That's what matters.
Yeah.
I never switch away from full screen. I just alt tab everything, unless it's an old ass game that doesn't like alt tabbing.
I I was running on borderless because of the chat overlay that I used to use.
Right.
That
I
doesn't.
remember you telling me it was funky with it.
It only works. It only works with windowed or borderless. It doesn't work. It with proper full screen. It
Such
can't
a
render on top.
strange thing.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I love that you can bare knuckle box if you don't have a weapon equipped.
Aw. Darn.
What?
The sheathing. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see how it responds with tools.
Oh right, my one spell changed. I don't have the vortex anymore. It's a healing spell now. Right. I tried to suck a fucking deer back in and punch it to death, but that didn't work out. I just healed myself for nothing.
Okay, so it
I
only
forgot that the equipment changed what I had in the number slot for that. Continue.
Does it work with shield? If it does work with shield, I can't tell because of my cloak. Let's unequip my cloak. Because I don't think that item has... Yeah, that doesn't even have, like, item power on it, so... Unequip.
It's just a fancy cape.
Yeah. Okay, so shields. Shields go to your back when you unequip them.
Okay, so makes sense.
Melee weapons, including the staff, which isn't technically a melee weapon. And the bow. Oh, the bow replaces the shield.
I mean, kind of makes sense that you'd have limited slots.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got 2 slots. One for your weapon and one for a bow or shield.
Okay, that's it. That's more than they gave us before.
Yeah. So I can have my spear and my shield on my back, which looks cool. But if I pull out my bow, or if then the shield goes away. If I pull out my staff, the spear goes away.
Tracks.
I can have the staff and shield, which doesn't look quite as cool as the spear, but... and they didn't... And in doing this, they did not break the fact that clan insignia is emblazoned on the shield.
Nice.
So... Because that was a very recent thing that they added, and I was afraid if they changed anything with shields at all, it was going to break.
Yeah. It's good that they managed to keep that from happening.
Yeah, alright, putting my Founder's Cloak back on, because it's the only piece of Founder's gear I can wear without it affecting my stats.
Your build.
Oh, that's a nice house.
Did you find the one at the back?
With the wall all the way around it and the little lanterns on the top of the wall.
There's a much more quaint one out there.
Oh, no, this is...
No, yeah, that's the other new build that I hadn't really explored yet. I walked around it to look for berries, though. Now, at the very back of the valley, there's a little house to the right, near the border of the grayed out area.
Is this still our clan lands? Let's see.
Ooh. Your frame rate on stream is rugged.
I'm at... Yeah, well, it probably looks bad on stream because my stream is broadcasting at 60. And I'm playing at less than that. Oh yeah, this is all...
Fair.
This is all clan territory. So we got the person that built the gigantic sword by the street. That's all us.
I mean, I'm out of clan territory now, but I have a vague idea of where you're at. I've ventured out of clan territory and into the neutral zones to continue berry hunting.
I'm going to the quarry to hope and pray for iron.
The quarry usually has at least a little bit of iron, unless somebody's freshly come through and cleaned it out.
Yeah. Blueberries right by the road. I went down the wrong road.
There are no wrong roads.
Well, I thought I was on the road that goes like 90% of the way to the quarry.
Ah.
No, I was on the road that ends right before the border. Right before the southern border.
Fair enough.
Where there's a Inquisition camp.
Oh, that way. Okay, yeah. Now I know where you're at.
But there were a bunch of blueberries over there, and they changed.
There, I'm like mountain goating on the side of a mid hill.
They changed the graphical asset for the fly agaric mushroom. It's more visible, which it was already fairly visible, being that it was, bright red and white. But it is now normal mushroom shaped, not fly agaric mushroom shaped.
Interesting.
Because the fly agaric mushrooms are like,
see.
They're shaped
I'm
like
actually on top of some right now.
They're like in real life they look like Smurf houses or like the Mario mushroom.
Yeah. They have a dome cap instead of a flat cap.
Yeah. They have a dome cap with very deep gills. And quarry. Toshi is offended.
What are you offended by? The fact that they changed it, or
that they don't look like Smurfs.
Ah,
Smurf houses.
It is in fact exactly that.
Oh!
As the mushroom enthusiast, I understand. Did you fall?
No, I have a very old mini hi-fi stereo under my desk that I use for when I want to subject my entire neighborhood to my tastes in music.
Sure.
My mom was upset when I moved out of her house and took this with me. She was also upset when I moved into her house and brought it. And then she
came to tell her make up her mind.
And then she came to appreciate the fact that that she could be like, "Hey Frank, could you put on some Metallica and play it loud enough that I can hear it in the barn?" So my mom lived on 2 acres with her house at one corner and the barn at the opposite corner of the property.
That sounds pretty right.
That was actually her only complaint about the property, was the barn was too far from the house. But it's this like Philips mini hi-fi that I bought because it had a USB input on it.
It does kind of sound like our stereo setup. When ours turns all the way up, it's fucking, you can hear it for a quarter mile, we think.
Oh, I don't even have to turn it all the way up.
I'm saying, you can hear it clear as day outside the house at half volume.
If I'm listening to radio or a CD, I do have to turn it quite a bit up for it to project. But if I'm using the USB input and using it as the sound card for my computer,
ours is a little too old for that. It doesn't have a USB.
Yeah, so it has a USB 2 connection, and then it also has what it calls a gamer port, which is a set of composite cable inputs, like, left audio, right audio, and video.
Yeah.
And then the video just passes through to a connector on the back. So I used to run my entire house's sound system off of this stereo. And I stopped doing that when I started streaming, because
Fair.
I'm too lazy to constantly switch audio devices, and I don't want my microphone picking up the sound that's coming out of the speakers and causing feedback.
Yeah.
Because Windows isn't good about that. Is that... That's 10 copper. I really don't need any bronze. I got like half a box of bronze. Of course the boar is going to attack me while all of my stuff is on cooldowns.
I mean, that
it
seems
doesn't
like
matter.
it's your fault.
It's not like it matters. Won't kill
I'm more
the
just
boar.
saying that it takes you walking within their radius for them to aggro. So
I
that
was
seems like a
standing
you thing.
still. I was standing still. The boar walked over to me.
So you stood within its patrol path. That's your fault.
Yeah, well, it's dead now, and I'm not. And that's its fault.
Actually, that's the dev's fault for not programming it to be strong enough.
That boar took more stabs to the face than Minister Jaguar.
Yeah, I mean, that thing goes down in 2 now.
Well, 2 arrows or 1 good throw of a spear, but when you're ambushed, you don't have time to aim the spear while it's mauling you.
Sure you do. I have actively done so while being mauled.
Okay.
In fact, that's how I got most of my
panic-
headshots.
when I'm panicking because it's mauling me, I just randomly stab.
I will give one bit of credit to Hunt Showdown that I don't give to a lot of games. It has helped me tune my panic responses. I no longer blind fire when under heavy attack.
Okay.
I now actually react.
Well, with last night's successful Jaguar pounce, I no longer feel like I'm inadequately armored, because in the time that it took for the Jaguar to get stabbed enough that it decided to run away, I did not take any wounds, and none of my armor broke.
Yeah, that is a good feeling to finally be able to wipe out the nemesis from the early game.
Yeah. Before, and I'm chalking it up to, I think that like the effectiveness of armor in that game is based off of your total armor value, not the individual pieces. Because when I was 4 out of 4 armadillo, a similar encounter would have caused me to have lost at least 1 piece of armor. But at 3 armadillo and 1 metal, I didn't lose any armor pieces and didn't take any wounds. I am gonna fill up.
I mean, that's good though.
I'm gonna fill up on wool and leather before I find another iron ore.
Fair. I'm out of the berry biome.
Wait, what level is the... Oh, okay. Do I have that on? No, I don't. Okay. We are not going to be harvesting wood. Alright, tin or iron? Tin or iron? Iron, yay! Welcome everybody to Pax Dei's favorite game show. How far away can you tell the difference between tin and impure iron? I lose because I can't tell until my cursor gets over it.
Fair. I just punched a deer in the ass. Those are of value enough that I'll fucking make space for them. Found a bushel of red apples in the fucking gray area.
Oh yeah.
And those are the red apples are good stamina fruit, so I make space for those. Oh, I have just fucking looped back to the other side of the lake. Now I know where I am. I'm not far from where the bear spawns, actually.
Go give it what for.
I don't think I'm equipped for that yet.
I don't think anybody can solo a bear.
They just haven't been playing long enough.
Are you familiar with CCP games and EVE Online?
I know of the game EVE Online. I know nothing about CCP.
Okay. Well, the one thing you can know about them is they're the ones that make EVE Online.
I figured they had something to do with it when you made the correlation.
So,
but I don't make assumptions.
I like EVE Online in every way except playing it. And because of EVE Online, I was actually like really apprehensive about getting into this, because this game is basically just medieval EVE Online.
Fair.
In that both games are basically glorified economics simulators.
Yeah, they really do have a big vibe of that, don't they?
Yeah, because it's both like 100% player-made economies. The only thing in EVE Online that is not player-made is the ship that you start the game with.
Fair.
And then that causes a very strong barrier of entry for new players. Making it well, I mean, technically
it's one of those, who the fuck wants to learn economics to play a video game?
So in EVE there's all of the sectors are divided up into either high sec or low sec, the sec being security. And now there is no place where you are actually safe from PvP. But attacking other players in high security space will bring you to the attention of the NPC security forces. Unfortunately, the NPC security forces are not they are easier to kill than the town guards in World of Warcraft.
That's a reference I can barely scratch the surface of. I vaguely understand that one. I avoided Warcraft quite a bit.
Okay. I'm trying to remember any other MMOs I've played that have a similar mechanic where... the other thing is that in, in World of Warcraft, the town guards do not attack you for engaging in PvP. The town guards exist on both the PvP and non-PvP servers, and they only attack players of the opposing faction when they get close enough to a town. They're there to discourage the Horde from raiding Alliance towns and vice versa. But they are not indestructible. And if a group comes together and creates a proper raid party for raiding a town, and uses proper strategies, the kinds that you would use if doing an actual raid, it is possible for you to go into an opposing faction town and just wipe out all the NPCs. They will all eventually respawn, but it does create a bit of an inconvenience, and is a popular pastime especially on PvP servers. But in a town is the only place on a World of Warcraft PvP server. In town is the only place that you are safe from PvP. And so it's the only place your PvP flag turns off. But anyway, so the security forces, the NPC security forces in EVE Online do not require a full raid party to take them out.
Okay.
Two or three coordinated players can easily wipe out the security forces in a sector. So being in high-sec space is not a guarantee of safety. And when the entire economy is player-made, you either need to be good enough to survive combat, which is entirely skills-based, or you need to have friends. And that creates a fairly steep barrier for entry for new players.
Yeah.
And that's why I love that this game only has one zone where PvP is allowed.
It's like, yeah, now there's duels, but that's consent-based.
And they're not to the death. They are to the pain.
Yep. To the yield.
Yeah. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I love the lore of this game. I love the universe that it's set in. There was a EVE universe game for PlayStation 3 that was like a competitive shooter.
Okay.
And the cool thing is because CCP didn't want to invest in new game servers, they made... oh, I am nothing but Princess Bride references. Anyway, this first-person shooter game that they made that I can't remember the name of, only survived for a couple of years, but they made it where the whole thing ran on the actual live EVE Online MMO servers. And because of this, the spaces in which you were engaging in ground combat actually existed on the EVE Online servers, which meant that you could interact with the space MMO players, and you could have one of your friends call in, and you could call one of your friends in to do an orbital strike on the map that you were playing in.
That is wild. I'm sure that didn't cause issues.
Oh, it was probably a contributing factor to why this game failed so hard. Ooh, I am not leaving that gold ore behind. Or that silver ore. What can I drop for silver? Sinew. I don't need sinew. I don't need sinew as much as I need silver. Alright, so anyway, I bring this up because despite the failure of their previous game, CCP Games has decided to try to make another game to compete this time to compete against their profit engine that is EVE.
They're trying to create a self-sufficient cycle where one fuels the other.
Well, they're
That or they're
that
just
was no,
stupid.
that was the idea with the first-person shooter. That was their idea with the first-person shooter. The problem is that it launched at the same time. The biggest problem with that game is it launched at the same time as Destiny did.
Yeah, that would be a problem. That with the explosion that Destiny was, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, um, but the new game that they're making is another space game, which is why I say to compete with their big profit engine, which is EVE Online.
Yeah, but if they own both, that's why I said it was trying to create a self-sufficient cycle, so that the competition was coming from inside the house, and they could control the
Right.
ecosystem of it.
And I got a invitation to invest very early in this project that would secure me access to the game from the moment that a playable version is available.
Oh, it absolutely is shady tactics. I wasn't saying it was a good thing. I'm just saying I understand what the fucking thought process was.
And I couldn't get enough questions answered for me to be able to justify.
Confidently say yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to sink $200 into a game that I'm not sure about.
Let alone one that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. Now, the game that I was talking about last time, the Expanse game, Osiris Reborn by Owlcat Games.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped $200 on that in a heartbeat because I've played every game that Owlcat has ever made, and they have not disappointed me in the least. And The Expanse is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I know that Owlcat is going to do it. Not only going to do it justice, they are going to make the best Expanse video game experience possible.
Fair.
So I jumped on that, but this new game by CCP is a space survival sim, which makes me want to play it. But and I've looked at the promotional material for it, and I can't figure out if this is going to be an MMO, a live service game, or a single-player experience with multiplayer option. And that was the first of many questions that I needed answered before I was willing to invest in this game, and I could not get an answer to that.
Fair.
Mind you, I probably couldn't get an answer to that because, like pretty much any other developer with a successful MMO, they receive so many emails that hundreds, if not thousands, just go miss, just get completely overlooked.
Yeah. No, that's understandable in its own way.
Or they don't know yet, as Toshi says.
Yep. That is the other answer.
But
and unfortunately, more often than not, that's the real answer.
But there's talk. There was some talk in the promotional material about converting between Grace and Eve points and ISK, and that raised me some concerns because ISK is EVE Online's premium currency. Or is ISK? Wait.
Well, introduction of a premium currency in general, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, good question. We don't know either.
Well, ISK is also the Icelandic currency.
Fair.
But no, ISK isn't the premium currency. ISK is the interstellar credits. That's the base currency in EVE Online. but there is a way to convert there is a way to convert ISK into cash.
Well, I'm sure there is. Every MMO seems to have one of those.
Yeah, but it's usually not legitimate.
That's as legit as you can make a pirating service.
And the that was another one of those things that has prevented me from getting into EVE Online as my space-based Twitch combat skills have improved to the point where I have a chance of surviving combat. Yeah, what is the game genre? Good question. But anyway, that's the fact that, like, when video game news outlets talk about massive battles in EVE Online, they're like such and such faction got overconfident and their hubris has cost them $36 million US. Because they are talking
I've seen those advertisements.
They're talking about the real world conversion rate between ISK and USD, and how much it would have cost if players converted money into ISK to rebuild the space station that just got blown up.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen headlines about the prices of things through EVE. That's the main thing I know about it, honestly. Because I see those come up on, like, at least once a year. I'll see one. It's like, player loses multi-billion-dollar settlement. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I want to stay away from anything that is going to try to convince me to spend more real-world money than just playing the game is going to cost me.
Yeah. I have walked myself into an Inquisition camp. Oops. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm leaving. You don't have to pay attention to me.
It's your natural habitat.
I somehow didn't get noticed, so... Like, I saw the broken down cart and I went, that's usually in Inquisition territory. And I turned around and there's the tent like 3 feet behind me. I was paying absolutely no attention to my surroundings. I was looking for berries that hard.
Oh, I love that so much.
What's up?
Oh, the craft all.
Oh yeah, it's good.
That's in black. That's a... Yeah. Can't make that yet.
I have a feeling the title of this VOD is going to be berry picking and bullshitting.
I titled it. Let's see. Let's try to finish the house. And then
my VODs get different titles from my stream titles because I upload them later.
Mine don't because I'm lazy. But my and then I got into the game and remembered that, like, for the remaining levels of the house to be built, I wanted to do granite, and I can't mine granite yet. So, yeah. Is it over here? Is it over here? Is it this box? No, it's not that box. Is it this box?
Are you
no,
seeing the local chat?
Oh yeah, the person.
Poor man has been abandoned by his homie. Ooh. my inventory is actually nearly full. Hell yeah. Then I just have to figure out where I am and how to get home. I doubt I'm too far, but I've just been following tree lines.
Well, I'm home right now, so you can follow my marker.
Cool. Well, I ain't headed home yet. I gotta find another few bushels. But once that becomes the thing, thank you. I will double check that. But
oh, I wish I'd have saw
I've
that.
just been following tree lines this whole time because I've been following the biome they grow in.
I wish I'd have saw the that post at 12:35 from former leg that says, "But God helps them that help themselves."
Mm-hmm.
Because that is like one of the most popular expressions in Christendom, and yet it is not in any way a biblical reference.
Yes, I know that is a evangelist quote, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of evangelists use that one, but it's not that doesn't come from that one. And God never gives you more than you can handle.
Yeah, those are evangelic.
Those are from
quotes.
those are and they have no basis in biblical study. They are entirely from Greek mythology.
Fair.
In fact, almost every example in the whole of the Bible of God helping someone, it was God helping someone who would have otherwise been helpless.
Yeah.
Or with the exception being David, who didn't need God's help, but God helped anyway because God just really liked David.
How did berry finding turn into mountain climbing? When did I fucking reach the edge of my biome?
Alright, time to shift gears. And we're going to take that, and then we're going to go.
I think I know where I am, actually.
And then
pretty sure I know where I'm at.
And we're going to put some of this meat away.
If it weren't for the ever-changing landmarks of players moving in and moving out, I would know exactly where I was. But because it's an ever-changing landscape, I'm like, natural landmarks. It's like I'm relying on bodies of water because they don't change.
Do I have lime? Or do I need to go mine limestone? I definitely don't need to mine limestone. That's good to know.
Yeah, I wandered farther than I thought I did. I thought I had looped around the valley a couple times. No, I'm way out in left field.
Oh, podcast guy that I listen to uses the expression inside baseball a lot.
Oh, unfortunate for him.
And he has a broad international audience. And so he has
Even
gotten
more unfortunate for him.
He has gotten
that
complaints
quote is
from
not good.
He has gotten complaints from people that the expression inside baseball is a little too inside baseball.
Yeah. I don't know what this means. There is a small chance I might die. We will see. Depends on how good this mountain goating goes. I am taking it to the fucking mountain range right now.
Oh, those are new options.
What's up?
Tanned hide rug, light hide rug, and dark hide rug.
Okay.
And is there any? No. Okay.
God, did I actually surmount the mountain? I did, in fact, surmount the mountain. Unfortunately, at the top of the mountain was a fucking Inquisition camp. I'm not close enough to aggro them, but they were literally just there. I didn't realize this is like a fucking stronghold, too. Ow. Can I make my way around to a little bit easier passing place? Probably not, but we're gonna find out. This is either gonna really hurt or I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. It's amazing how fast the tune changes back and forth when you're doing things as precarious as this. It's like listening to prog metal. It's like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there.
Okay, where's... Okay, I can't make that one. But I can make one of these. And so I shall.
Fuck a level 2 boar. Get out of my face.
And we're gonna pull up the hammer. And we're gonna put it right here, right inside the entrance, and see. Decorations. Oh, that is tiny. That is so tiny. I mean, I expected it should be tiny because it was made from a rabbit skin, but okay, that's not gonna. Okay, that's less of a floor rug and more of a wall hanger rug at that size. So let's put it somewhere where somebody actually spends time standing, in front of the cooking table.
Absolutely obstruct the cooking table so no one can use it ever again.
No, it's just a rug on the floor.
Oh.
Alright, let's go make the one that promises to be bigger.
The sounds the Inquisition make.
Oh, ha ha.
I got
Touché, cafe
all
au
I heard,
lait.
all I heard was hey, and then ha ha. Because there were two of them laughing at the same time.
Yeah, see, that's what I was expecting. Alright. That's a good entry rug. And now I'm going to close the door so that when Drew comes home, he will be surprised.
Even though I've been told about it in advance.
Right, because you won't remember between now and then.
Oh no, I'm kind of beelining back to our area at this point.
Oh.
I'm in the middle of that area near the quarry now. With the pyramid.
Yeah.
Which means I'm like 5 minutes out, and maybe I'll find some berries on the way. So I'm out of space for raspberries. And so I keep finding raspberry bushes, obviously. Ah, finally, blueberries. In a space I haven't been. Or maybe the timer finally ticked over, who knows? We'll find out when I get back to the home valley if the berries are back.
They also added a button to chests to quick add anything from your inventory that you already have at least one of in the chest.
Yeah.
Look for boulders. Alright, I gotta put music on. I have to get this song out of my head before I get a copyright claim from singing it.
Oh, that's cute that you think you're good enough to get there.
Well, it's Rammstein, and my German's pretty good.
I was more making a joke at Tonality's expense, but...
Oh. I have not yet imported my Rammstein to my Plex server, so I'm gonna have to use Amazon Music.
Unfortunate.
It's not that bad.
It is the chuggiest of the services that's not Pandora.
Oh, I used to love Pandora so much.
And then they ruined it.
Yeah.
Monetization murdered it.
Well, which Tosh? Amazon Music or Pandora?
I would believe Amazon Music. Considering that was the one I was blatantly lambasting. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I am so heavily invested in Amazon Music. It started with Pandora. When Pandora was good. Their music license,
believe it or not, folks.
Their music license was through Amazon. So Pandora could only stream music that was hosted on Amazon Music. I love Pandora because I've discovered so much music through Pandora that I'd have never heard of before.
That was me with Last FM back in the day on the Xbox 360. And that was a free music program where you could type in a artist and it would give you a bunch of alikes.
Right.
After it would play a song from them, it would be like, here's 5 bands you've never heard of that played the same music.
Right, and Pandora was very similar, except that the people that created it, Pandora, believed that they could, like, break individual songs down into an equivalent of, like, genetic components. And by analyzing the DNA of a song, they could predict, based on the individual songs that you like, other songs that you would like. Not just going off of, you like this band, you'll probably like this other similar band, but you tend to like this variety of songs that all have this one common element. So here's a more obscure piece of music that also has that common element. And which is why it was called the Music Genome Project. But but that has nothing to do. That only tangentially has something to do with why I rely so heavily on Amazon Music. Back in the day, when streaming services first became reasonably affordable, there were only 3 choices. There was Google Play Music, Amazon Music, and iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
And I did my research. Oh, I'm sorry. And Spotify. There were 4. So I did my research. And while doing my research, I learned that iTunes pays the artists the least.
Which is the opposite from now, actually, where Apple Music pays fractions more than everybody else.
Yeah. But at the time, iTunes paid the artists the least. If you ignore the fact that Spotify was in the process of being sued for owing billions of dollars in royalties for music they didn't have license to stream. And the fact that Spotify still does that to this day because it is cheaper to pay the fines than it is to pay the artists.
Yep.
Which is why I will never use Spotify. And I knew from the way that Google Play was structured that it was way too awesome to last, and knew that Google was going to get rid of it as soon as they could.
Yeah.
And I was right. But at the time, Amazon Music was paying artists, was paying twice as much as iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
For their whatever, the payout per 1,000 streams or whatever. they were paying twice what iTunes was towards the artists that
Yeah.
they were legally sourcing music from. And so I was like, okay, this is the service that I'm going to use because it is the same price as everybody else, and more of my money goes to the people who are actually making the music.
Yeah.
And also at the time, they had something that was similar to what Google Play Music was doing, which was that you could upload music that you already had to be able to stream it to your other devices.
Yeah.
Which I knew that Amazon Music was eventually going to ditch that feature. I was expecting that they would have kept it longer than Google Play lived.
Fair.
But I was wrong, because Amazon Music got rid of that feature before. No, they don't. It doesn't work. And now the Amazon Music app on Android can't even play local music from your phone anymore. Except for music that you've downloaded through Amazon Music.
Excuse me.
Which is one of the reasons why I've, slowly adding my...
I remember when Amazon Music bought a small-time music hosting source site that had a bunch of it had a in-house credit system.
Mm-hmm.
When you downloaded free music from upcoming artists, occasionally it would just give you credits, and then you could go pay for the money value albums that they hosted with those credits.
Oh, that's cool.
And I got so much random fucking music out of that that doesn't exist anywhere anymore. Those artists never made it far enough to get produced beyond certain points. So it's locked on my old iPod. If I can ever get the fucker to turn back on again, I need to find a new 30-pin cable.
That's the thing that I'm not familiar enough with iPod to know is if an old iPod will run off of external power, or does the battery need to be in good enough health that you don't have to worry about?
That's something I would have to figure out.
10 planks. No, that's beams. That is planks. Alright. I need to build more leather racks. I'm just gonna inconvenience myself and make it where I can't get to the stairs that I built on this side of the workshop, just so that I can have more leather working capacity.
Just build another layer on the workshop.
Because that would make too much sense.
Also, you have a whole third floor of the house you haven't done anything with yet.
Yeah, and a whole fourth and fifth floor that are that aren't even built.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not counting those.
Where's the death? That's the dead things box. Okay. Water. Inferior leather. Craft all. Oh, I need another bucket of water.
since we're both using water, make sure when you take a stack, refill the stack.
Oh, I always do.
You say as they are empty, and then you refill it when I show up.
It actually bugged. And by that I mean I only meant to take 2 buckets out and somehow ended up with 4 buckets.
Are you counting a bucket as a stack?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't quite clear on that intention initially.
I count it as I view it as it is 1 bucket with 20 units of water in it.
No, that's why I asked, because as soon as you said it, that's what came up in my head. But I wanted to make sure that that's what we were going off of.
Okay.
So the logic was there. Don't worry, you were not throwing me off on that level. It was more just me clarifying.
Okay. Skins go in that box. No, that is... Yeah, that is the box. Boom, 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 boom. And boom. And then... the... lime goes there. Sand comes out. I need to make more glass.
I'm still upset that the dance emote doesn't loop.
Yeah. That's
so you let celebrate loop. I can sit here and go yay all day, but I can't fucking dance. I always forget about this part of the song till it starts playing. I'm listening to Between the Buried and Me's Colors album. And it's the fucking square dancing segment that comes up in the middle of the song. Just goes from a fucking prog metal guitar solo to square dancing, with included acoustic guitar solo and banjo. And then back into electric guitar solo. And I'm like, oh right, Huckleberry time.
I was using a third-party cable for my headset, and was getting really bad crosstalk.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I get for cheaping out, man. I should have... In my defense, my headset is made by Sennheiser, and I paid enough money for the headset that I didn't really want to spend money on accessories.
Fair.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, the audio quality for this headset integrated boom mic is phenomenal. The sound quality for these speakers, I mean, this headset was definitely a worthwhile investment.
You know, I'm sitting here with a $40 pair of Razer headphones. And completely contented with them.
My last headset was a Turtle Beach.
Those are actually pretty decent sometimes.
Ooh.
You good?
Yeah, my wallet fell out of my pocket.
You have your wallet in your pocket at home?
I have my wallet in my pocket almost all the time, because otherwise I will leave the house without it.
Because I'm never fucking dressed to leave the house. I literally leave it where I go get dressed, so it's next to
Oh.
my fucking nightstand.
Well,
I'm literally never dressed to leave the house unless I'm about to leave the house.
I keep my house cool enough that I don't feel the need to be mostly naked most of the time.
Oh, I mean, I'm dressed. It's just I don't go out in gym shorts and
Uh,
fucking shit like that. Gym
uh,
shorts are basically boxers for me.
Foogie doing Foogie stuff now.
Is it?
For me.
Oh.
I've had to tab back to it like 3 times to get it to not turn you into a swirly mountain gear.
Oh, weird. It's doing the thing for you. It's not doing that to me. Do you want to recycle your Discord call real quick? That might help.
Maybe. Let me... Alright, let's see if that helps.
I appear to be stable. I'm looking at my end, and I seem to be stable.
And,
there it goes.
I need to... Well, my stream appears to have a significant delay. I don't know what's causing this particular issue. Maybe I need to give Chrome a higher priority in Task Manager. But my...
Honestly, your problem might be Chrome.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking running WaterFox, and that has been nothing but no problems.
Yeah, I'm about ready to go back to some form of Firefox.
I say WaterFox is the branch that has no AI and intends on no AI. So all of your information, if you have an account through Mozilla still, will transfer.
I remember when how good Chrome was when it was new. The fact that it was the original build of Chrome was built on Firefox, but designed to be able to be able to take full advantage of a multi-threaded processor to load web pages in parallel instead of in serial. And when it comes to loading extremely complicated pages quickly, it's still the only browser that does that well. It's left alt click to get all of an item. Spear.
Making my way through my blueberries. Slowly but surely here. I have several stacks of syrup now, though. And the recipe has gone from hard to easy over the work that I've put in today. Hell, the raspberry syrup is no longer in the super hard difficulty. It's only hard now.
Nothing. I can make nothing?
What do you have? What do you... What's the issue? What are you trying to make?
Oh, I'm just, like, trying to work on crafts, and I'm like...
Like, I can see the menus on your screen, but I can't tell what you're doing because the text is too small on my phone. Because I have you open on my phone. Because that's easier on my... That leaves more processing power on my computer than having you open in a tab.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Pilgrim's Slippers 2. What do I need to make... Oh, leather. Well, okay, well, it's shoes. That makes sense. It makes sense that I would need some coarse leather screen and linen cloth. Oh, I don't have any cloth.
Well, why not?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
All of my USB devices just disconnected and reconnected. Something on
Remember that crash that I have every once in a while? That's what it does. It does that, and it blacks out my screen for a few seconds after it freezes, and then everything comes back, and it's fine. I just have to restart some programs.
So it doesn't affect my screen, and it doesn't affect my headset, because it's plugged, it's not USB.
It's just the graphics card through the fucking port, yeah.
And then,
or not graphics card, but the audio port, yeah.
Yeah. And it's through the back, and it's plugged into the back panel which is technically my top panel because of the way my case is oriented. Or not oriented, designed. This is a 90-degree motherboard case, so all of my I/O is on the top of the case. So all of what's supposed to be my back panel and all of what is supposed to be my front panel is all just on top. Which is really, really convenient when I take the fan filter panel off the top of my case so that I can actually get to everything.
Yeah.
But the stuff that needs to be plugged in permanently, that all has a cable management hole that goes out the back of the case.
Okay.
And then the front panel is always accessible. But I don't have my headphones plugged into the front panel jacks because the front panel jacks is the front panel headphone microphone combo jack. And so I was telling you about that third-party cable I had. The reason that I bought it was because it was a combo jack cable, not split jacks. The cable that came with the headphones is split jacks. And because it's a Sennheiser, it of course it has a removable cable. Because when you have really good quality headphones, the first part to fail is the cable.
Makes sense.
So so Sennheiser always makes their wired headphones with a replaceable cable. Because they don't want you dropping $200 to $500 on new headphones every 6 months to 2 years.
That'd be a dream for them as a company, but
right. But their whole thing is like their whole brand is we're going to make something that's high enough quality that it's going to last you a very long time, and we're going to take the parts that are going to fail that we cannot make them any better to where they won't fail. And we're going to make those parts easily replaceable. And just off of that, and the quality, we're going to hope that our customers will just buy more of our products when they can. And everyone else that I know that, like, the reason I went with Sennheiser was, I know a whole bunch of other people that have spent like thousands of dollars on Sennheiser audio gear because they have the money to test all of the major brands. They like Sennheiser's tuning, and they like Sennheiser's business ethic.
Makes sense.
And I was like, okay, well, if they're the ones with the better business ethic, this is where I'm going to start. And I just hope that when I invest this much money in a headset, I'm not going to feel compelled to return it.
Yeah.
And then I put the headset on and started listening to some of my favorite music, and it's not ideal for like something like like Rammstein, Sennheiser's tuning is not ideal for music that's intended to be bass heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad,
But it's not the focus.
Yeah. So if I don't do any EQ in Windows or whatever audio processing program I decide to use, if I don't do any EQ in advance and just let it play neutrally, it makes things like Rammstein sound a little tinny.
Makes sense.
But for the vast majority of the rest of the music that I listen to, Sennheiser's default tuning is perfect. And again, I've had people question, like, people talking to me on voice calls, like when I use Google Voice to make business calls and stuff like that, wearing my headset, and people think that I'm either on a really high quality phone, or they're like, hey, what's your desktop microphone? Just like, I don't have one of those. The ambient noise rejection on this mic is so good that unless my wife is standing behind me when she's talking to me, it doesn't get picked up by the microphone.
Fair.
Okay, so I need to make cloth. Oh, no, I just need to take the cloth out of the loom.
Might help.
Oh, I might have to take this call. Hold on.
Yep, do what you gotta do. I've done nothing but make blueberry syrup for the last, like, half hour now. We will do something else soon, I promise. It's gonna be raspberry syrup next, guys. Exciting, right? Let's face it, Thursday isn't about gameplay. It's about the conversation.
No, there's a call I wish I'd have got a month ago. That was the IB charter school that I applied for Ross to go to. And it's an so it's an IB program school. Sure. And it's, I mean, they say they're in Riverview, but they're on a winter's day in Florida. It's a comfortable walking distance from my house.
Okay.
It's like a 30-minute walk from here. And so, like, I was really hoping that they'd have called me back before we finished all of the public school registration stuff, because I don't want to have to go through all of that hassle a second time just so that he's going to a closer school. But also, I wish they'd have called me before we went to the open house for the school, because now my son is so excited to be going to Roland Park that if I tell him he's going somewhere else, he's going to be very upset.
Yeah.
His first question is going to be, does this school have dragons, Daddy? And we go like, no, and he goes, I don't want to go there. I want to go to the dragon school. The only way I'm going to get him to want to go to another school is if their mascot is a unicorn. And the school color is rainbow.
That would do it.
Bam, 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 bam. Though, when I answered that call, I was hoping it was going to be the pest control company I reached out to 2 days ago. Because my wife has had enough of trying to battle these... trying to battle these roaches, that we've not been winning the war. We've just been preventing them from spreading past the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's starting to annoy me too. It's just that I keep forgetting to try to contact a pest control company.
Understandable.
But now I've contacted several, and I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
Yeah.
Alright, where's...
I say it helps if you finish that statement.
Oh, just... not really. The music is less distracting than it normally would be, though, so... Dun 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 dun. Don't fail. Yay!
Honestly, at the turnover rate, I don't care if you fail or not. Keep going.
Oh, okay. So, I saw a reflection of something in the glass of my computer case, and because of the angle at which I sit in relation to it, it's really hard for me to tell what is reflecting. But there was movement in the reflection, and so now I'm like, first I move myself to make sure I'm not seeing my own reflection.
Yep.
And then I'm like, oh crap, is there someone standing like right on the other side of the window that I just didn't notice? No, it was the angle of my computer monitor is off and is reflecting in the case, and I was seeing my character.
Well, about that. I'll if I'm clicking on my right monitor, on the right side of my right monitor, you know, where all of OBS's interaction stuff is by default. My mouse reflection will catch in the glass panel on the side of my case, and it'll catch my eye, and I'm like, wait, what's that? Every single time, my attention's like, hold on, that's new. It's not new. You're just stupid. Stop it.
I want to. So I told you about my childhood friend Devin. That's the artist that kind of failed me.
I believe
because
so, yes.
because like he's going through a bunch of emotional shit right now because his cat died. And oh, hold on, wife's up.
Oop.
he showed me how he showed me how he's been coping, and he's been coping by spending way too much money on computer stuff. Okay, did he send me that via text, or was it on... It must have been via text, because I don't see a recent conversation with him on Facebook.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. Cool.
Let me see if that's saved correctly, and then I will send you this thing on Discord.
Okay. I was wondering what you were hyperfixating on. You got real quiet.
Do the personal one. Okay. Watch Discord tell me I can't send this without Nitro.
The size limitations.
Yeah, instead of doing like all other messaging services do and just resizing it.
Yeah, that would take them having a better API. Discord's done nothing but prove that they cannot hold themselves afloat. They're just trying to make themselves look pretty before they go public.
Okay. Alright, so I sent you a little video that my friend Devin sent me of his office setup.
Alright, we'll take a look in just a second here. Alright, clickety-clack. Yeah, fair enough.
Very Evangelion heavy.
Oh, absolutely. I noticed that from the color palette to begin with.
The thing that got me was that there's a monitor inside his case with an animation loop on it.
That's a CPU. CPU screens have become pretty popular.
Yeah, but those require liquid cooling, and I've had far too many problems with liquid cooling to ever try to rely on it.
I've been pretty lucky so far. I'll give it props for what it's done for me.
And then for about half the price of a decent AIO, I got myself a Noctua NHD 15, which is a heat sink that is so good that in almost every situation it actually outperforms liquid coolers.
How about the noise level?
Well, it comes with Noctua fans, and their fan blade design are patterned after owl feathers. So they are...
That tells me fucking nothing.
Owls are the only bird that make no sound while flying.
Huh.
An owl's wing beats are completely silent. Except when during their initial takeoff, when you can hear the wind displaced by the wings passing by whatever thing they were perched on. That's the only time an owl's wing beats make any sound. So Noctua fans can run at like up to 90% of their maximum speed and make no noticeable noise.
Fair enough.
And with how beefy the the heat sink is, I think that the fans that I have on the heatsink haven't. Oh, not fans. I only have one fan. Hold on. My wife had to ask me an extremely pressing question before going to her doctor's appointment.
Hey, whatever has to be done.
I was saying fans, but I actually only have one fan. This heatsink does so well of managing my system under heavy load that I was able to take one of the fans off of it, and it still keeps my CPU cool enough. So it's, it's half as much noise.
I've been running a refurbished Corsair AIO for over a year now without a single issue with it so far. I've been lucky.
Of course, the extremely pressing question my wife had to ask me was, does she have to wait for me to be available before she starts the new season of Bridgerton?
Fair enough.
We have an agreement on shows that we both watch to try to watch them together, but
no, that makes sense.
But I have gotten sick of waiting on her to be available. That I have started putting limitations on so it started with me putting a limitation on her that she could only restrict me to 2 TV series that I couldn't watch without her. And she has turned around and been like, okay, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So you can only restrict me to 2 TV series that I cannot watch without you.
Okay, fair.
And I was like, okay, well, that's fair. So right now we're watching well, we were watching Starfleet Academy, but that the first season's over. Yeah. We're watching The Pit.
Yeah.
We waited for it to be almost over before we started the second season. Because that show is definitely meant to be binged. Because, like, each season is just one night in the ER, hour by hour. Each episode is 1 hour long, and it's 1 hour of that ER shift.
Fair enough.
Wait a minute. Oh. Okay. Alright, music done. My Rammstein album concluded, and Amazon Music started playing Tainted Love, and I was like, wait a minute, Rammstein didn't do a cover of Tainted Love.
Which version, then?
Oh, it was Marilyn Manson. When the lyrics
started,
it's weird
for it to jump to Soft Cell.
No, but like, so the Marilyn Manson cover, the intro is similar enough that, like, you could think that it was that maybe Rammstein did a cover.
Maybe if you're a plebeian.
But I was like, this sounds off. Rammstein didn't do a cover of Tainted Love. I'd have known if Rammstein did a cover of Tainted Love. In fact, I don't think they've done anything.
I must say they've never done a cover, as far as I'm aware.
But also they I think they technically they retired. Like, they did a farewell album and stuff.
Yeah, I'll believe that when they die, just like with Motley Crue.
Yeah, but I don't think. But I do not think that they have done anything in the 5-ish years since that album. So.
Yeah, but there's like a 4 to 5 year gap between a lot of their albums.
Good point.
Give it time. Till will get bored, just like he did with his solo project, and we'll get another one. It's still like talking about Al Jurgensen and Ministry. Ministry's retired 4 times.
Allegedly, Megadeth has retired.
I mean, that's more of a good riddance at this point, in my opinion.
Their last album was really good.
I just can't stand Dave Mustaine's voice.
Mm. The not only is their last album really good, Mustaine did a cover of fuck. Hold on.
When half of your music sounds like you're mad at being grounded, I'm not really a fan.
That's a good point. I get you.
And then I have a similar with AC/DC. He just sounds like he sounds like Axl Rose with a cold.
Although I really love Sweating Bullets, and in any other voice that song doesn't work.
It barely works for him. What do you mean?
No, that's not it. Where? So their final album is a self-titled album.
Mm-hmm.
Their allegedly final album is a self-titled album. And Ride the Lightning. They did a cover of Ride the Lightning for that album because that is like the most disputed song in the Metallica catalog because Dave Mustaine wrote almost that entire song. And for every $1 million that Metallica makes off of Ride the Lightning, Dave Mustaine gets $100.
I mean, I would feel worse about it if he didn't have a very successful career outside of it. But honestly,
oh yeah, but
boo fucking who, in my opinion, at that point.
But in a thing that is excessively uncharacteristic of Lars, guess how much Lars charged Mustaine to be able to do this cover of Ride the Lightning?
$10.
Yes. Ish, but close enough, yeah. It was definitely a 2-digit figure and not larger than that.
Fair enough.
And a buddy of mine that works in like music news.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to him and he was like, I was trying to get a proper interview with Mustaine. I couldn't get anything on the record. I caught him after a show, and I asked him about the Ride the Lightning deal, and the only thing he said was that Mustaine was like, there's never been any real beef between me and Lars. It's always been between me and Het, and because it was James that kicked me out of Metallica, but he did it for a good reason. I've never had any real beef with Lars, and Lars was like, he was like, we're not going to redo any of the major financials, but I do kind of feel guilty about shafting you over Ride the Lightning initially. So I'm going to let you do this for an amount of money that will cover processing the paperwork.
Fair enough.
And I was like, that's cool. So I don't have to completely hate Lars.
You can only hate Lars so much, considering he's the only reason that Metallica is anywhere near as big as they are.
Or exists at all.
It was his money that kept them going long enough to get discovered and get good.
Yeah.
Technically, it was his father's money, but that's splitting hairs.
Right. And those are hairs that only really need to be split when we're talking about someone like Trump or Musk.
I was also gonna say that Lars doesn't have the hair to spare to split. I mean, that's who Pickles, the drummer's hairstyle, is making fun of.
I know. doodly doo ding dong.
You know how many
doodly
people
doo.
don't know that? There's an insane amount of people who do not get that joke. It's like he's a half play on fucking Lars Ulrich and he's a half play on Axl Rose.
Yep. And he is my second favorite member of Death Clock.
Same. Who's your first?
William Murderface.
Fair. Mine has always been Nathan Explosion.
I mean, I like Explosion, but
you know what cemented it for me though? The summer camp episode for Toki.
Oh.
Nathan being the angry dad. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I get it.
Coldest line in that whole show is, "Tell me, which hand do you fret with?" That is the coldest one-liner in the entire show. And that show is full of one-liners, including, "That's my bread and butter you're fucking with."
Yeah. I've always been hypercritical of metal as a genre. And the year that show came out, I am quoted as having said that the only good metal band to come out of this year was Death Clock.
I just love that they got Corpse Grinder to repeatedly show up as a character.
Yeah.
And then not only show up as a character, but take a major role in one of the musical songs.
And then there's also wonderful, epic, recurring characters like Dr. Roxo.
Dick Nubbler.
Yeah.
On a banana sticker. That is a song I wish they had actually released, was the banana sticker song.
Yeah, it's a shame that's not on any of the albums.
It doesn't have a full version. Like, they never recorded a full song for that one. That was made as an interlude, and that's it.
Dude, okay.
Because even Crush My Battle Opponent's Balls has a full version.
When they did their first ever live tour, they played Hard Rock Live at Downtown Disney.
You mean that's Universal?
Okay, what's the one at Downtown Disney?
There is no venue in Downtown Disney for that. Oh, House of Blues.
That's what it was. They played. Okay, sorry. It was House of Blues, Downtown Disney. That place is a venue that it has to be a very good act for me to want to go there again because of the rules that they choose to enforce and how they choose to enforce them.
Weird about it.
So, like, there's signs all over the place. It's an entirely indoor venue. There's signs all over the place that smoking of anything will not be tolerated. That place was so filled with smoke that I had to sit in my car for 2 hours because of how strong the contact high I had from all of the people smoking weed during the concert.
Yeah, that happens.
They didn't even try to eject any of the people that were smoking. They threw out 4 people for stage diving during a metal show. And Mastodon is not allowed to play there anymore because they have a very strict no moshing policy, and halfway through their set, Mastodon set their instruments down and said, "We are not going to resume playing until there's a circle pit in front of the stage." And every single person that participated in that mosh pit got thrown out. But me, I'm stuck. I'm stuck having to stay as close to the entry doors as possible so I can occasionally get a breath of fresh air, so that all of that smoke doesn't trigger my asthma. So when a venue is going to be stricter about their no moshing policy than they are about their no smoking policy, I'm not going there.
That's fair.
Nobody has died in a mosh pit since like the late 80s anyway. Since metal culture turned around and was like, we need to clean up our image.
There have been a couple since then in the mid-2000s. There's a reason Lamb of God's not allowed to request the Wall of Death anymore legally.
Okay, well. that's more of a specific thing.
It still falls under the mosh umbrella. I had to get that in there.
So
extreme mosh, yes, but mosh nonetheless.
Alright, more water. But anyway, when I went to the only event I've ever attended at House of Blues, which was Mastodon opening for Death Clock, we were very happy that Mastodon played Linoleum Knife. Then the entire time, every time there was a break long enough for anything in the audience to be heard during the Death Clock set, everyone was shouting "Kill you," which is the
I know exactly what it is.
It's the one for the ladies.
Yeah. You don't have to give me the reference. I know those albums front to back, each.
No, that's for our 3 shared viewers.
I'll be waiting for a minute.
I'll go. Let's see. Where did I stash the rest of the? Would you like some stamina potions?
I still think I have some in one of my chests.
Plus 20 stamina regen for 1 second.
Yeah, I think I have a couple of those sitting in one of my chests. I just don't remember which fucking one anymore. It's one of the small chests.
Yeah, that's literally what I was expecting. Okay. It's not plus 20 stamina regen. It's over 1 second. It's literally, as soon as you drink it, you regain 20 stamina.
That's what I figured it was.
Yeah. Which would be significantly more useful if it weren't for for the full minute cooldown on the pot. Alright, we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna see. Oh, wow, that's, I'm glad I read that a second time before I said it out loud.
Excuse me?
Because my brain immediately was like, there's no way this game has a skank stew.
Oh.
No, shank stew.
Yeah. Oh, did you just unlock it, or did you find some?
No, there's some in the donation chests in the middle of those storehouses.
Yeah, I just unlocked that recipe.
There's also some mushroom.
It's still near impossible for me.
Mushroom and vegetable stew. Like always, a little chanterelle does wonders. 0.9 stamina regen for 25 minutes. and
That's not
plus
bad.
53 max stamina.
I got a .8 stamina regen plus 42 max stamina for 25 minutes sitting with the springtime stew.
Alright, I'm gonna take that.
Alrighty.
That's all heavy armor. Darn. Oh, what else do we got here? Okay, that's beer. That's mead and blueberries and...
Can you check and see if they have heavy armor legs this time? I haven't been to look.
Okay.
So that's the one thing I don't have. I need level 2. I have level 1.
Okay. There's some level 3. That's not
I
gonna help you.
I took a set of level 3 for later.
Smart.
So that was the one thing they didn't have last time we were in there, was
Yeah.
the leggings.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Because I still don't have my full tier 2 set myself.
Like certain things I have the tier 2, but because I wasn't running the heavy armor at all for that sec, I don't have the levels for it yet.
Yeah,
So some of those things are just sitting.
Yeah, I need the tier 2 stam pants for when I'm for when I'm not trying to fight things.
Mm-hmm.
I have my tier 2 combat pants. Medium feet. I tell you, this is not how I would have sorted things, but there we go. Alright, so there's tier 2 stam pants for light armor. No, I don't want I don't want the crowd control abilities. I want the healing abilities. Crowd control is for tanks. You said pants, right?
Yeah, level 3.
Okay.
Or level 2, not level 3.
Right,
My
right,
bad.
right.
Level 2 heavy armor if they have it. I'm actually on my way over there to deposit all this extra syrup that I don't need.
Hey, what's your current chest piece?
Current chest piece of Pilgrim's Breastplate 2.
Okay.
Gives me my
what's
breath of life.
Breath of Life?
Yeah.
Would you rather have Iron Root Grasp?
I think I also have that. I think I took one of each.
Oh, okay.
What does the grasp do again?
While channeling, the caster becomes immobile, entering a trance-like state. Enemies within a 5-meter radius are chained to the ground.
No, that is not something I would use anyways.
Okay.
I don't like being immobilized to do abilities.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decent trade-off, immobilizing yourself to immobilize all the enemies.
Oh no, absolutely. I just personally don't enjoy the thought.
But so far,
no changes then, pretty much.
I mean, the inventory is more, but I have not seen tier 2 pants.
Fair enough. That means whoever's been doing the armor hasn't gotten around to it. That's fine.
I need to know what is in the crystal ball container. Oh, staffs. Oh, but those are all Sylvans. I don't want a Sylvan. Or wait, yeah, I do. That's the one I'm using. Can't even remember what I'm using. I'm using the attuned Sylvan staff. I never got my tier 2. I don't like that the 3 types of staves are 3 separate skills.
Fair.
Hold on. 11, 21, 33, 131. Right. That's why I never got the tier 2. 232 item power, 232 item power, 232, 32, 230, yep. That's why I never upgraded. Unless I can get an attuned Sylvan staff 2, it's not an upgrade. It is literally the exact same stats at a significantly higher build cost.
Fair enough.
Closing doors. Ah! Getting stuck on a corner.
I have hit an actual natural stopping point, and my body's giving me the signal that I might have to tap a little bit early, so I might go ahead and call it here.
That's actually good, because I need to finish prepping those brownies for transport, and
alrighty.
I have to quarter them so that they're, because the school asked for mini brownies.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking they were expecting a specific store-bought item, and I'm like, I don't buy brownies from the store. I was like, I know that they were wanting a specific store-bought item, and because I was like, what do you mean by mini brownies? And they were like, there's this brand you can buy. They're at every store, and they come in this package. And I was like, oh no, I don't buy brownies. They're like so ridiculously easy to make that I do not buy brownies.
Fair.
And I was fully prepared to make brownies from scratch, but my wife was like, hey, if you dig in the pantry a little bit, you will find that we still have one package of Ghirardelli's triple chocolate brownies mix.
Oh ho ho.
And
There
I
you
was
go.
like, well, that's bougie for a preschool party.
Alrighty. Well,
But
I
yeah.
will see everyone in a few hours for Hunt Showdown. And I will see you tomorrow for Windrose.
Yay. Ooh.
Take it easy, buddy.
You too.
Take it easy, friends. Alrighty. I will chat with you tomorrow, bud.